There are currently 5 amazing tenants living in the house this academic school year, and I could not be more grateful to be able to be a part of their team.
Just living in this house, it really is a community.
The current group of tenants is the most supportive, friendly, and welcoming group I have lived with.
Everybody's working towards making the house more sustainable.
So I joined the Alternative Energy Enterprise at Michigan Tech back in 2017. The house project was just getting started. We were given a house to work with and we could retrofit it to be more energy efficient.
Every semester we host 2 open houses and at least 1 workshop, all while reaching out and working with companies to help sponsor our projects we have at the house.
This project would not be successful without all of our generous donors. I try to make an impact with everything I do in my daily life.
We want to make this project something that the community knows about and comes to for advice on environmental sustainability tips.
How I live will not make the environment and the earth and the pollution any more worse than it already is.
I wanted to be living in a house where I could be making a really big positive impact on the community and the environment.
I like to practice my life in more sustainable ways. And the house offers that opportunity with the motivation of having others around me who think the same way.
And so you're always having meetings talking about like what we're going to do next, what's going on in the house, what progress people have made.
It's my hope through this project that we can just continue to educate people on switching to a sustainable lifestyle and how easy that actually is.
Learning more about sustainability and the impacts and sharing it with people.
Like there's a lot of small changes from living in the house.
In a lot of ways it's doing the same stuff I do at home, composting, recycling.
Being able to compost has been a huge saver.
It's one less thing going to the landfill, which is great.
Composting is 42% of our trash, and recycling is 38% of our trash. The rest, which is only 20%, goes to the landfill.
Tracking all the waste lets me know how much waste I'm actually producing.
I'm not wasting hot water.
Just living here and having all the features at the house, like the flow meter, it really shows how much water I use. Just knowing that makes me use less water.
I try to use less water when I'm washing dishes. I try to run it lower flow rate.
My showers are even shorter than they ever been before.
We're not wasting heat, not wasting electricity.
Living in this house for 2.5 years has really just taught me how wasteful I was when I first moved in. One of the very first projects we wanted to get started in the house was a solar array. So up here in the Keweenaw, a lot of people are skeptical about solar energy because of our long winters. We actually designed and installed an 8.6 kilowatt solar array. It's currently outside in the Lot 10 parking lot. We are still on the grid, but this provides about 50 to 75% of the house's energy throughout the year. We have a 10 kilowatt hour battery in our basement. We're currently looking at installing a secondary battery, so we would have a total of 20 kilowatt hours of storage, and we're hoping this will really push us into the net zero energy, which essentially means that we would be on 100% solar energy every day of the year.
The one I like the most is the solar panels because a lot of the emissions, all the pollution in the air is from burning coal and gas, and plus my major is computer science, and computer science needs energy to function, to run tests and software and store data.
What I think is the cool part about living in the house is going above and beyond with the extra composting, the extra gardening indoors. I'm super interested in the gardening systems, hydroponics, aquaponics, and outdoor especially.
So one of the projects I've been working on is the hydroponics system. I hope to start that this semester, and it's just like another way to grow produce or other plants in your house without any soil and just water and nutrients. Aquaponics, you use fish to supply the nutrients, and hydroponics, you have to supply your own nutrients for the system. Overall, they both use about 10% of original agriculture water usage. We've been growing tons of different types of plants.
Now I'm working on the plastic processing project. What we're doing is we're collecting all of the plastic, milk jugs, water jugs, a lot of detergent containers, cutting them up and then putting them through a cross-cut paper shredder. And that gets them into nice shreds where we can melt them down in just a toaster oven. And then we compress them into sheets of HDPE, and they actually turn out really solid. One thing we want to try to do is tile the bathroom. If we can make tiles from the plastic produced at the house and improve the house with that plastic, I think that's a good way to demonstrate how to actively be sustainable.
I'm working on the website. You're gonna list like sustainable products on there, background information about the house, like our current projects, data from our solar panels, our blueprints for all our projects, neighboring organizations like Enterprise, eCampus, Human All Youth for Climate Action. If they've seen everything on our website and they're still interested in more sustainability stuff, they can go somewhere else and explore more sustainability in the local area. So there's gonna be a ton of stuff on there.
So we got the rainwater system set up, so we have like a rain barrel that's connected to the roof of our garage. The rain will go into the barrel, and then we have an Arduino set up and a sensor in the garden. So when the sensor in the garden notices that there is less than 20% water content in the soil, Arduino will open the valve in the water barrel, and the water will come down and water the garden for about 20 seconds.
So now looking at where we are today, I mean, we went from having only low flow shower heads to now having a solar array, a battery storage unit, Wi-Fi LED lighting, smart appliances, 2 indoor gardening systems, aquaponics and hydroponics, multiple composting systems, a waste output system, a Nest thermostat. Like, it's crazy how far we've gotten in these past 2.5 years.
Some sustainable products that I've gotten are silicone baking sheets. So silicone is not plastic, it is just silica, water, and carbon all together. So it's a very renewable resource. Silicone is very easy to recycle.
Trying a menstrual cup was pretty new. It's cost effective. I've tried not using paper towels as much and using cleaning rags for like cleaning up messes.
A company that produces compostable phone cases is plant-based, and it's 100% compostable. One of my other favorite sustainable products actually use these silicone reusable sandwich bags.
I switched from an electric razor first to a cartridge razor, but then I went to a safety razor. Typically they last 5 to 6 shaves. What I've been doing is cleaning the blade with rubbing alcohol after each shave, and I've gotten one razor to last a few months. I feel really cool shaving with the safety razor, so.
Once you go sustainable, you never go back. I want to have a waste reduction drive in Houghton. I really just want to educate people on unique things that we can recycle. For example, granola bar wrappers. And our main objective, aside from reducing landfill waste, is just to educate people on these unique things that we can recycle every day in our community.
I think one project that I've been thinking about is a moss lawn. Everybody mows their lawns. They do it maybe like once every 2 weeks, once every week, and it's not regulated at all. So it'll reduce the water usage, reduce pollution, reduce chemical runoff.
I really wish at some point we'll get better, more insulating windows, because this house is chock full of them and it's always cold. It's cold most of the year, and so it'd be really practical to get better windows, but I know that's pretty expensive.
The Sustainability House is an example of what students can do when they work together to make a better future for ourselves and for others.
The sustainability house is awesome.
Sustainability House is a community striving for a change in the environment.
The Sustainability House is a friendly example that everyone can be sustainable.
Sustainability House is a leader in our community. We hope that community members and local businesses will look to us when they are hoping to make their building or house more energy efficient.
We're only a small community of people, but I really believe we can make a huge change.
And I'm so happy I get to be a part of this project.
So yeah, follow us on Instagram or Snapchat at mtu.sdh, or you can find us on Facebook at the Sustainability Demonstration House at Michigan Tech.
We're done.
Wow.